and people I need to talk to taking this exact moment to call me. And I can't talk to them. Yay. Anyway. How loud is that? That sounds really loud. Okay, nope, it's where it should be. Cool. Probably just need to turn down my headset a little. So, we are now exploring the crew quarters after, well, being betrayed by Tenmyoldy. Yeah, we picked Ally, Tenmyoldy picked Betray, and we are here. Just for a refresher of where we are.
Well, have you found anything?
Nope. What about you?
Nothing. I looked through 3 or 4 of the rooms in here. No secret passages so far.
I don't think we're gonna find any.
Ah, your headache's back, I see.
Do you really think Zero Senior is that stupid?
You're probably right. A secret passageway would be a pretty serious oversight. I have a lot of choice adjectives for Zero, but I admit stupid isn't one of them.
Right?
Hey, there's something I've been wondering about.
What?
So... what exactly is the deal with the two of you?
What do you mean?
Well, you obviously know each other pretty well.
Yeah, we do. We're half-sisters. Any chance you'd buy that one?
Sorry.
Then what do you think we are?
I didn't feel like playing games. What's headquarters supposed to mean?
What?
Yeah, I heard you two talking in the infirmary. You said something about getting in touch with headquarters.
Alice, what should we do?
Alice laid her hands on her hips and sighed.
Clover and I are co-workers.
Uh-huh. Okay, where do you co-work?
We can't tell you that.
Why not? Is it some sort of secret government project that you can't talk about?
You can tell yourself that if it makes you feel better.
Does it have something to do with Zero?
Well, why would you think that?
Because you seem to know more about Zero than you're letting on, Clover. The way you were talking in the infirmary, there's even a Zero. Sure sounds like you've heard of Zero before to me, and Alice, from what you two were saying, I bet you know something about Zero too. Come on, you can't hide it forever. Just tell me what's going on here.
Well, this isn't the first time something like this has happened.
Clover.
It's okay. I think we can tell him a little.
What do you mean this isn't the first time?
About a year ago, 9 people were kidnapped and forced to play a game. The rules were different, but it was called the Nonary game too. Oh, wait, I guess only 7 of them were really kidnapped. I mean, 2 of them were actually the ones behind it. No, I guess if I count the other 2, then there were 9. Anyway, the people behind that Nonary game also called themselves Zero.
Hello, Jay Bruin. Well, hold on there, Clover. Can you give me more details? Besides, how do you even know about this in the first place?
Because I was part of it. I was one of the people who got kidnapped.
What? You mean this is your second Nonary game?
No, it's my 3rd.
3rd?
The same thing happened 10 years ago.
Wait. What are you... Then that means you have to have something to do with this.
I guess you could say that.
What do you mean, you guess? How could you not? Whoever keeps doing these Nonary games must have decided they wanted you to play a 3rd one.
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
Because the game was run by a different person both times. And the guy behind the first nonary game has already been arrested.
What about the second one? You said there were 2 people for that one.
They're still on the run, but...
Then it has to be them.
No, I really don't think so.
Why?
Because they already did what they were trying to do. There's no way they'd have another nonary game.
Okay. Well, that makes no sense. So let me see if I have this straight. The nonary game has already been done twice by different people and for different reasons?
Yes. Well, I can't be totally sure, but I think so.
And a belated hello to you, Gibruin. Then why is whoever's doing this calling it the nonary game? Is it just a coincidence that they're calling themselves Zero?
I don't know.
That's not good enough. You've got to think. Clover, you're the key to figuring all this out, but you've got to think.
But I don't know. Oh.
What?
The gas mask.
The gas mask? Yeah, we can just blame Akane for starting a second one. This is true. Yeah, I saw it too, but what about it?
Well, somebody in a gas mask showed up and used that white smoke stuff on me. That's what happened a year ago. And that's what happened on the 22nd. Someone with a gas mask attacked Alice and me while we were...
Whoa, then it's got to be the same person.
But I don't know why they do that. I mean, they already did what they needed to do.
Yeah, we can blame Dio just as a general rule. That's a pretty safe bet.
And if it was them, then I don't know why all these other people are here. Except for me and Alice, none of you guys have anything to do with what happened a year ago, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know I didn't have anything to do with it. Are you sure you've never met any of the other people here?
Yeah, I'm sure. I know I've never met Luna, or Dio, or Tenmyoldy, or Quark, or Phi. But Kay...
Right. There's no way to know who he is under that armor. And if his memory loss is real, he wouldn't know even if he had met any of us.
Oh, we don't have to give Dio the credit for planning it. We just give Dio the credit for causing it.
Unless we can get that mask off him, I can't say for sure if I've met him before or not.
Then, before one of us could break the silence... I guess it's time for Quark to go missing. Tenmyoldy? What's wrong?
Luna!
Nope, not time for that then.
Where's Luna?
She's not here.
What's wrong?
It's Quark. Something bad's happened.
Okay, Quark doesn't go missing in this timeline. Hey, calm down. What happened to Quark?
He just collapsed. I have to find Luna. She said she was some kind of a doctor, right?
Luna's over in the lounge. Where's Quark?
He's in the infirmary.
Got it. I'll go get Luna. You head back to the infirmary. Clover, Alice, you're with me.
Okay.
Right.
We bolted out of the crew quarters and headed toward the lounge and Luna. It's Cinder Block, no! The whole process took only a few minutes. The machine scanned Quark's body, and within seconds his results lit up the screen. Words too complicated for me to understand scrolled across it, and as she read them, Luna's face grew dark. She bit her lip and just stood there for a moment, looking down at Quark before she spoke.
Well, I know what's wrong with him. I feel so terrible saying this, but Quark Quark has an infection. A viral infection.
Oh no.
I felt my stomach lurch. Don't tell me.
Yes. He's been infected with a virus called Radical-6.
Have you heard of this virus? Radical-6, I mean.
Yeah, they have. I told them about it before we went to the lounge.
What? No. No, that can't be right. Quark can't be... There must be something we can do. How can we cure him?
Well, the Atom says that there's an antiviral serum called Excelavir. It's the only way to counteract Radical-6. If we can inject him with some, he should be okay.
Where is it?
Was there none in the infirmary?
Sigma, Tenmyoldy, and I looked everywhere. We didn't find anything.
We didn't find anything like that in the crew quarters either.
No luck in the lounge.
Oh God.
Something weird about the name?
Then he's going to... Oh God, no.
Tenmyoldy's voice broke as he spoke. With a tortured sigh, he collapsed to his knees.
Quark?
Quark! Oh, thank God. You're awake.
Get away from me!
What? Quark, what are you...
Sorry, Grandpa.
There is a reason for the name Radical-6. It'll explain it at some point.
I can't. I have to.
Have to what? What are you talking about?
Isn't it obvious? I have to escape.
But how?
Like this!
Quark's hand moved like lightning. He grabbed hold of the scalpel and was driving it straight toward his own heart. Stop!
No! Let go! Let go of me!
Pretty tough for a kid. Hey, guys! I could use a hand here.
Yeah. Right.
On it.
Me too.
Stop it! Let go of me, you jerks!
Tenmyoldy! What the hell are you doing? Get over here! Tenmyoldy! Can you even hear me?
Oh. Right.
Damn you! Bastards! Why won't you let me go? I have to get out of this body! They can't lock away the soul! Once my body's gone, my soul can escape! Please! You have to let me go! Let me go! I'm trapped here!
That's a pretty terrible thing to, when you don't get that new N64 for Christmas. N64 wasn't that worth it, man. Not in the least.
Let me die! I have to die! Kill me! Somebody! Anybody! Kill me! Kill me! Kill me! Ah!
Jesus, this kid's lost it. Hey! Somebody get that scalpel away from him!
Right! I've got it!
Good job, Clover. Quark barely even seemed to notice the loss of the scalpel. He continued to scream and writhe like he was possessed. What are we gonna do? We gotta calm him down somehow.
Luna,
Yes?
are there any tranquilizers in here?
No. Well, I mean,
What?
there's Soparil Beta.
Soparil.
That's the anesthetic! The one that's in our bracelets!
Good, perfect. Hit him with some of that.
What?
He'll be fine. It's just an anesthetic, Tenmyoldy. It won't hurt him, I promise.
But...
Just hurry up and do it! Come on, Luna!
Okay, let me just...
So yeah, no more letting Junko babysit, like ever.
Okay, I've got it.
Good. Wait until he's... Now! Do it now!
Right. No! Stop! Stop! Respiration, blood pressure, brain waves. Everything's normal. According to these readings, he's in a very deep sleep.
Alright. I guess we're good for now.
Yes,
What about the anesthetic? How long will it last?
he shouldn't wake up for a few hours.
Man, he sure was strong for such a little guy.
I think that might be the virus's fault. It probably attacks the part of the brain that governs reason. Without anything to hold it back, his body was using every ounce of strength it had.
Yeah? How do you know?
Huh? Oh, well,
How much do you know about this Radical-6?
oh, not much. I probably know about as much as you do. All I've seen about it is that newspaper article Sigma showed me.
You'd better not be lying.
Why would I lie about that? I've seen other viruses that do the same thing. I was just making a guess. So when Quark tried to kill himself, are you saying that was because of Radical-6 too? Yes. At least, I think so.
So what kind of virus is Radical-6? I pulled the newspaper article out of my pocket and looked at it again. Everyone else crowded in.
Look at this last line. Immediate quarantine of any infected patients is strongly advised.
Are you saying this is some kind of quarantine zone?
I already explained this. That's not possible.
Why not?
Dio ran through what he told the rest of us in the lounge.
Then, you're saying the newspaper article was faked?
But the virus is clearly real. That Atom machine told us he was infected with Radical-6.
So, do you know how that thing works? I bet there's 1,000 ways to hack it. Zero Senior probably just programmed it so that it would spit out whatever he wanted. Besides, there was something Sigma mentioned. Have any of you guys heard anything about any sort of viral pandemic?
Well, no, but
I have heard rumors about a virus being used as a bioweapon.
What?
What did you say?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alice, what the hell? Explain.
As much as I would love to. I'm sorry. Time's up.
Time?
Hit the buttons on your bracelet.
Shit. 5 minutes.
then we only have 5 minutes until the chromatic doors open downstairs.
Exactly. I'm sorry, but I'd really need more than 5 minutes to explain this.
As if you tell us even if there was time, right?
Or would I? Who knows?
Fine. We'll deal with this later.
It's always... Well, it's been 4 minutes a couple of times.
Right now, we need to get to the elevator and head down to floor B.
What are we going to do about Quark?
I'll carry him.
Are you sure?
I can't just leave the boy here. Besides, if we don't have Quark's bracelet, there'll be one team who can't open their secondary door. If that happens...
Luna has said she is kind of a doctor. I don't think she has a degree, but she has the knowledge.
They'll get penalized.
Exactly.
Very well then. I will carry Quark. I will be able to move much faster than Tenmyoldy.
Huh. You make a good point. Look, are you sure about this? Can I trust you?
You have nothing to worry about.
Fine, just be careful.
Of course.
All right, let's go. We're running out of time, people. Move!
I'm gonna resize this. There. At Phi's command, we all began to run. The door opened, and we spilled out into the warehouse.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
They're open! We need to hurry.
Who's going to go in which door?
What are our options?
We're almost out of time. Pay attention. We've only got time to do this once. Just like before, there are only 3 possible combinations.
Maybe. Maybe you have picked something up there. But don't trust the flowchart to stay looking exactly the way it does. Things will be added as we advance through other timelines. The options Phi laid out for us were the following. Option A. Clover and I, magenta, pair up with Tenmyoldy, cyan, to go through the blue door. Luna and Phi, cyan, pair up with Dio, yellow, to go through the green door. Kay and Alice, yellow, pair up with Quark, magenta, to go through the red door. Option B. Clover and I, magenta, pair up with Dio, yellow, to go through the red door. Luna and Phi, cyan, pair up with Quark, magenta, to go through the blue door. Kay and Alice, yellow, pair up with Tenmyoldy, cyan, to go through the green door. Option C. Clover and I, magenta, pair up with Quark, magenta, to go through the green door. Luna and Phi, cyan, pair up with Tenmyoldy, cyan, to go through the red door. Kay and Alice, yellow, pair up with Dio, yellow, to go through the blue door.
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
So, how do we want to pair up?
I think the people who have the greatest disadvantage should get to choose.
What do you mean?
The people who have 1 BP.
So you, Phi, Luna, and Sigma?
Yes, exactly.
All right then. Who do you want to go with, Alice?
Anyone but Dio. I'd rather die than get paired up with that prick. Just anyone but him.
I feel ya.
Damn. That's a lot of hate.
What did you expect? You betrayed me.
Hey, I told you already. That was Quark.
I don't believe you.
What? You're telling me you trust him more than me? Anybody other than Dio could mean Quark, you know. You willing to pair up with him?
He's asleep. I don't really think I need to worry about him voting.
I glanced over at Quark. He looked tiny, cradled in Kay's arms, fast asleep. If I didn't know better, I'd think he was just a kid who'd tired himself out from playing too hard.
All right, Phi. Who do you want to go with?
Anyone other than Tenmyoldy is fine. My reasoning is the same as Alice's. He betrayed me last time.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
If we want to honor Alice and Phi's requests, then we can go with any option besides C. So, A or B?
Hold on. We've got 2 other people with 1 BP. How about you, Luna?
I don't really have a preference. Clover and Kay did betray me last time, but...
They're both pairs now, though. And since you're a pair too, there's no way you'd end up going through the same door as them.
Yeah.
Alright then, Sigma. What about you?
Let's see. Clover and I were a pair. That meant that I had to choose one of the 3 solos. So do we want to go through the blue door with Tenmyoldy? Do we want to go through the red door with Dio? Or do we want to go through the green door with Quark? So we have blue, red, and green. Vote away. Anonymous, pick Tenmyoldy. Anonymous. Okay, that's 4 votes, basically, for going through the blue door with Tenmyoldy, and no one voted for anything else. So... come on, there we go. Yeah, that's way more than a majority. So I guess we're picked already. I'll take Tenmyoldy so we go through the blue door.
Me? But I picked Betray last time.
Exactly. So I'll just make you pick Ally this time. Well, I guess I should say you won't have a choice.
Is that so? You mind telling me how you'll do that?
Yeah. I'd love to, but we don't really have time. Ask me again later, okay?
Fine. You're on.
So we're doing option A. That means Luna, Dio, and I will go through the green door.
Which leaves the red door for Quark, Kay, and me.
Any objections? Good. Let's go.
Listen, take care of Quark, alright?
You needn't worry.
I'll watch out for him.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
Hurry up, guys. The door's closing.
I'm going.
With only seconds to spare, we dash through the blue door.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Three doors. Which one should we take?
That seems like kind of a silly question. I mean, they're all locked, aren't they? How can we go through any of them if they're locked?
Oh, this thing here's got a lever on it. Maybe that does something.
Why don't you pull it and find out?
Right.
Yeah, hey, looks like one of them opened.
But only one. Why's that?
They're probably telling us we should go that way.
Might as well then. The PEC room. One of 2 rooms, if you were playing the 3DS version, that you would not want to save in. Because if you save, well, you would save here if you wanted to, but if you quit here and then tried to reload, it would lock up your game. pretty much forever, until you erase the save. The room was just too large and the 3DS couldn't load it correctly. There are 2 rooms like that in this game. One is this one, the other is the crew quarters, which we have not seen yet. But yeah, they made a big mistake in making this room so large and loading it all up at once. If they had loaded it up in smaller chunks, yeah, we would have been better, but they did not. So anyway. So this is the exit, huh? Nothing. Locked tight. Won't even budge. So, what the hell is this place?
The door said PEC. Guessing it's not for working out, though.
Yeah, the 3DS needed to download more RAM. Something like that. It looks like it's probably an acronym or abbreviation or something, but for what? Prepared Emergency Chocolate? Private Ecclesiastical Commode?
Oh, wait a sec. There's a manual here. I think it explains what this room is for.
And those of you that saw the earlier videos on this will know basically what this room is already. What's it say?
Hold on. This facility is pressurized, maintaining much higher air pressure than the surrounding environment. Airborne viral contagions.
What?
Quiet. Keep reading, Clover.
Oh, right. Airborne viral contagions have necessitated this step, which is intended to prevent contamination of the installation. All persons wishing to exit the facility must do so through this pressure exchange chamber. Once the chamber has been sealed, the pressure can be lowered to match the surrounding environment. Before the PEC can be depressurized, all occupants must be wearing Level A hazmat suits to prevent infection. The PEC will not function unless all occupants are wearing appropriate protective equipment.
Whoa, 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 what's going on here? Are they trying to say the air out there is full of some horrible virus?
I don't think it's just any virus.
It has to be Radical-6.
Oh, man. And that newspaper article was true. Several long moments of silence crawled past. The 3 of us just stared at one another, our minds working to make sense of this new information. Eventually, Clover shuffled to one of the lockers and opened it.
Is this one of those hazmat suits the manual was talking about?
Well, remember, some viruses are susceptible to changes in air pressure. There are some viruses that cannot survive up in the, tops of the Rocky Mountains or at the top of Mount Everest because they literally explode from the lack of external air pressure. Likewise, they cannot survive down at the bottom of the sea because they get crushed. So, if they found out that Radical-6 was susceptible to a certain pressure, so to say, as soon as you expose Radical-6 to that pressure, or lack thereof, it dies. That is one way you can decontaminate a viral infection. It's not very reliable, of course, but, they're taking all the steps they can get. And they may not have found a disinfectant that actually works to kill it. This may have been the most reliable way they had to kill it. Yeah, funny. He's still infected. Funny how that happens.
Yeah, I figure they are.
We won't be able to get into the pressure exchange thing unless we get those on then.
And getting that room to decompress is the only way we'll get outside.
So where's the actual decompression room?
Have a look. See that lift over there?
Oh yeah. This room's divided into 2 floors, upper and lower. And this is why the 3DS would crash if you tried to load this right off the bat. Because you essentially have 2 full rooms you're trying to load at one time.
We're on the lower floor right now. Earlier, we were on the upper one.
The crew quarters have about 4, or maybe if you count the hallway, 5 different rooms that it tries to load all at once. It doesn't work out too well for a 3DS.
Then this is the actual pressure exchange chamber. No good. This one's locked too.
Won't open, huh?
Nope.
Okay, it's probably pointless, but humor me on this. Let's go put on those suits, come back here, and try the door again. Maybe, just maybe we can get out.
Well, it does seem like that's how this thing is supposed to work. But do you really think it'll be that easy?
It's hard to believe Zero Senior would make that big of a mistake.
Yeah, let's have a look around anyway. Maybe we'll find something about that virus.
Yeah, good idea.
What are we standing around for then? Get to it.
And this room is fairly complicated. Convoluted, I should say. We get a big Zero Jr. doll sitting in the corner of the actual pressure exchange chamber. Now, why would they put an actual model in there, though? Right now, we can't look at anything else in there. And yeah, the pipes do seem to be a bit suspicious, but we can't get to them yet. Okay, before entering the decompression chamber, please put on the viral protection suit. Failure to do so will prevent you from entering the decompression chamber. Clover's trying to use X-ray vision. Great. Hey, one of the lockers open. But unfortunately, it's just filled with junk. So nothing useful in that locker whatsoever. And it's 1.5 atmospheres in here. Why does that doll look like an inflatable item? Good question. Two 5113. I'm sure that'll come in handy at some point, along with some symbols down here. So 6 different symbols on each one. Yep, failure. Oh well. We'll need a clue. Going up. so now we got the suits on. But let's poke around here a bit. Huh. A machine with a cord pulling out, a USB cable. We found plenty of suits. Many suits, okay. And there's the manual for the PEC that we can look at if we need to. Let's see, we have a bench with 6 completely unknown symbols. Just going to copy that down for no reason whatsoever. None whatsoever. There we go. And there's the safe. And just some pipes, door, and the way back down. Well, let's see. We have a funny diagram which shows red to orange, yellow to green, and white to what looks like black. Again, just writing down for no reason whatsoever. Okay. Still got a few question marks we have not opened up yet. Some rooms we have not run into yet. Now that we have the suits on, though. So we've got to draw lines to match up the colors as we discovered on that one sheet of paper. Hello, Maverinthia. Let's see. There's white, and on the 3DS you could actually draw the path Here, it's not going to let me get away with that, is it? Red to orange. Yellow to green. Yeah, but you missed my statement earlier about how they programmed the 3DS version in a way that you could actually brick your cartridge. If you didn't know about it, I'll kind of restate it here. In this room, the PEC, and in the crew quarters, the area is so large that if you saved in there and then quit and then tried to reload into that area, it would brick the game, because it was too large for the 3DS to load from start, because it had other things to load all at the same time. So if you ever saved inside either one of these rooms, quit and tried to reload, you'd end up having to erase your save and start over. These two rooms specifically, no one really that I saw ever reported any other rooms having that problem. And we can just get right back out if we need to. Cool. So you're not trapped in there. A tablet. A tablet with a USB port. And another stool. 6, 4, 2, 5, 1, 3. Kind of matches up with something else we'd seen. I'm not going to say anything about this. The door over here is welded shut. So yeah, even though this looks like the way out, we have welded this. And no, it was never patched. Unless they patched later cartridge releases. But no, my cartridge... I tested it out after I'd beaten the game, and yeah, my cartridge would do the exact same thing. So, Clover is all disappointed the fact that we can't actually escape the facility through this room, and is abandoning us down here to actually explore this place by ourselves. Yeah, I never saw a patch for the cartridge, so. And Clover leaving has kicked something off that doesn't sound good for us. Great, now the room's decompressing. And now the door's locked, so we are stuck in here. Pressure differential is too great to open door. So yeah, we're kind of stuck in here because Clover basically abandoned us. Which is probably a smart move on Clover's part, really. Ow, Zero Jr., you've gotten big. Might be about to pop, huh? Well, sadly, we do not have a knife. Can we poke it enough? Yep, we can. Which gives us this. Yes, there was a Zero Jr. inside of Zero Jr. Who has a weird color code on its belly. And Zero Jr. exploding knocked a metal plate loose. Knocked a lot of metal plates loose, and now we can actually see how we might be able to, well, I don't know, get power. This red line here is the one that is powered all up. Over to the other side of this, which will power on this thing. Oh, we did find a key. Let's see, we need one of these pipes to get laser emitters. Oh, let's plug you in the one place we can. Okay. Excuse me. Hey, that didn't work. Not quite what we needed, was it? So... let's see. Do I have any more I can use? No. Okay. And we got over here. It has been a little while. So how did I do this? What am I missing? Try this again. There we go. Sorry, that took me a little while. Okay, so now we should be able to get out of here, right? So, let's see, we need red to orange. Yeah, white to black. This should work, right? No, apparently not. Apparently something is missing. Stop that. So what we gotta do... we gotta get Clover's attention. I believe that is what we want over here. So instead of the old combination, it has changed to get out. There we go. So let's see. think you have to take this really weird route. No, that completely seals off. Let's try the most straightforward version. That's not gonna work either, is it? Yeah, because that completely seals off yellow from pink. Gotta figure out which one I need to reroute. That should do it. And we have finally unlocked that. It would have also been nice if you hadn't just abandoned us. You know, that too. Well, let's see. It's probably upstairs is what I'm thinking of, isn't it? Also, let's see, 25113. 2 was a cylinder. 5 was the hourglass. 1 was the star. 3 was the elevator arrows. Diamond. And now we have 2 small keys. A tiny hazmat suit for possibly a child. A very small child. And a journal. A blank journal with a slip of paper in it. Colorful shapes at that, okay. Just writing down. And then there. Now, go back upstairs. Take off all the suits. Why did you go there, Clover? Why did you go there? Let's take a look at this. Inspecting protective suit. Small suits must be used for calibration. Please place child-sized protective suit in a standing position, designated location, touch screen to begin inspection. Unfortunately, we can't just put the suit there all by its little lonesome. We've actually got to put the doll in it. So now we have Zero Jr. in suit with a big number 8 on it. Or at least, it looks like a number 8. So... oh, let's see here. New. So that's black. That's red. That's light blue. This puzzle took me a while the first time because I didn't realize you could touch these and get the colors out of them. It took me forever to figure that out. And yellow. So, if we go by that... if you remember the color combinations on the outside of that little system, that little the arm that's right next to the suit, it had the first one being that color and that color, and the pattern they make on this big number 8 here is a 1. So we have a 1 here. It was also the same for the number 2, but the number 3 was that, and that. So this is a case of the secret hint password being a little bit more obvious than the escape password. But we also have the other password we got. And so let's see. Top, there. Out 3 here. Bottom. So that's a 6. And let's see. Like blue, green, black, blue, yellow. Let's say 2. Light blue, green, black. 3. And don't patronize us. So let's see. They keep asking if the second password is actually useful. Get the secret file. We will not be using at any point in time, except to unlock the extra ending. To the victor go the spoils. First, we get everyone's least favorite character in this game. Some more key cards. Some type of SD card, I guess. And of course the key. And out we go. Master of Escapology. Huh.